doing corporate fights as well throughout your gym. I was telling everybody who I've been talking to about this, you're bringing boxing back to it now.
You know, boxing's here, but it's like it's got some problems. So what we want to do, I've been waiting a long time to go into the pros. I've been doing corporate fight night, which are really high-end amateur shows, but they've been conducted like pro shows, and I've been doing those since 2010. When you can pack 1,000 people in a white-collar boxing show, you can promote a show. That means you know production. That means you understand how to sell the show. So what we want to do is take all of the aspects that we have from that show, bring it into a Las Vegas-style boxing show for professionals and some really high-end amateurs here in Atlanta. So it's time for me to move on. I'm not moving on, just moving into a wider arena because corporate fight night's still there. We got another one coming up this year. We got one coming up in Cancun. That's going to be our first international show. It's going to be early September or late September. We're not sure yet. Still working on that. They are super excited over there. So, and then you know, we got a pro series starting right now. So we plan to do at least 4 shows a year. We want to put on a good show, a good production, have good boxing, nice matches, great fighters, and make the crowds and the fans happy. And we want to, you know, make our sponsors happy, and we're going to bring it back. Yeah, maybe, I guess. Okay, we are.
I want to ask you a personal question myself, given the fact that I saw one of your interviews and I saw when you was inducted into the Women's Boxing Hall of Fame.
Right.
When you started your career, when you started boxing late, in the later years of your life, I know you have a fighter in Talisha Norwood who was starting boxing later in her career as well. What is it that you're teaching her that she can take from moving from fighting in the nationals and then moving on to be a pro at a later age in her life?
Well, I mean, with her, I think the biggest problem for her has been consistency and, you know, training, you know, where she's training, who she's training with, that kind of thing. That's one of the things I preach is that, I mean, you can look at the greatest fighters in the world. If they don't have consistency in their training, then there always turns out to be problems, whether they're early, whether they're late. You can be a hot commodity in boxing, and you can do okay for a while, but when it gets up to the very, very top, when it's time to really show what you're worth, you know, you want to make a landmark, you want to, you know, change the world in boxing and become a legend. You know, only those guys that have some real consistency are able to go to that level. You know what I'm saying? So that's one of the things I preach from the beginning. So like Abel Aparicio, he's been with me since his first punch. I got a few fighters. Victor Ramirez has been with me since his first punch. I mean, these guys actually, you know, the first thing I taught them was that it's not just about, it's not a control issue. It's not just about loyalty. It's about growing. I mean, I grow as a trainer, of course, but in order for them to grow, they need somebody that knows them, that understands them, that knows their family, that knows their heartaches, that knows the way they think, that understands what's in their head. You know, all that stuff, you can go to all the great trainers. Angelo Dundee, Ray Arcel, all the great trainers in the world. Emmanuel Stewart, they all know that the mind is the place to be with a fighter more than even the body. So, you know, just going to the name trainer when you get undefeated and you win a title, it's not the smartest decision. So what I try to do is teach these guys that, look, it's the consistency that's going to work. So even with her, with Visha, it's just, you know, finding a place to be consistent. It's going to be, you know, she can try to leave, but we'll probably hold her down and nail her to the wall. So we're like, nope, you got to stay here because this is where it's going to be good for you. And so I think that's the main thing that she's excited about, is to know that this is a place where, you know, we want that consistency. You know, you're a family in boxing. You don't always get along. You don't always, you know, say the right things, but, you know, you don't, it's like your family. When things don't go like you want, you still, you know, you stick it out and you stick together, you know what I'm saying? So I think that's a feeling that she's had here that, and you can see there's a real family feeling here. It's like all the fighters, whether they're beginners, whether they're pros, I mean, there's a family and we all support each other. So that's real important for the foundation of what they need for success, to feel like they got more than just them and their trainer in the corner, so that they know that there's a whole this guy, I'm gonna punch him, but no, okay, so that they know that there's a whole team that's gonna be there to support them. So you don't want to
Look at my club.
As you can see, we play a lot. So, but that's one thing too. You know, we make boxing fun. Roy Jones, when he had his last fight, he was talking, it was a bad loss, and he was saying, it's just not fun anymore. Boxing isn't fun anymore. If it's not fun, you're not going to be good at it. That's so true. And I suffered a little bit from that in my career. It was always like super, you're serious. It's serious for sure. But you got to be able to have fun and enjoy the sport. And don't let it beat you up and become a misery to you. It has to be something you enjoy. The ups and downs, you expect them. That's why I never should have been able to do anything in boxing, but the reason I could never stay down is because I still said, I love boxing, and I expect these ups and downs, and I expect it to be hard, and I expect it to be, crazy people, and so take it, expect it, and then laugh about it, and then move on, because it is really comical if you think about it. So that's kind of how we look at things. It's not going to be easy, but when you're done, some of them just need to get a beer, so whatever it takes to make sure that they can pull through to the next step. So we usually win, but on the few losses we've had, we all know how to get over it. So they're forgotten very quickly. So yeah, it's going to be a great thing. And I think Bee's got that, she's feeling all that too. So get back to that question. You can tell I'm really 80s. But yeah.
But I personally want to thank you for giving me the opportunity to be able to come here, not only come here, but be able to be involved in what it is that you're building and what it is that you're doing here.
We're super excited to have you. You're with us from the first punch, right?
Oh, absolutely.
So who knows, we may drag you around with us everywhere. So.
Oh, absolutely. So I'm going to be in front, I'm going to be here.
Right.
I'm definitely loving the fact that I can help bring exposure to the
right.
fighters.
Yeah, we appreciate it.
Exposure that they need, because I personally, I'm ready for boxing to just take back over.
Take off. It's
take
time.
Over and it's good that we get it here in Atlanta, and I just want to thank you for bringing that back, because
right.
we need it here more than anything.
We're super excited. And one thing you're going to see, like I said, you're going to see a good production. You're going to see a tight run show that's entertaining. It's not going to be, that's one of the things that a lot of the shows here are lacking, but fortunately I've had plenty of experience in that. And not only that, but the fighters that we have, they're going to be some, we plan on really building the fighters in Atlanta, because we want to bring the big promoters back in. But they're not going to come as long as there's not a draw here. So that's part of our goal. But when it comes to my personal fighters and some of the partners that I work with, we're building champions. We want to build big champions. We want people to come to Atlanta and say, that's a boxing town. So, yeah, we want to make a big difference. I'm excited. I don't like to stop until I got what I came for, so I think we're going to get it, right?
Absolutely.
Right. Well, thank you for having us.
Oh, absolutely. So we have the Hall of Famer right here, Mrs. Terri Moss. Please, everybody, tune in July 1st.
Almost as if I can punch. We look forward to it. Y'all gotta come out. Tickets are, $30 to $250, depending on what you want. We got catered VIP with bottle service, and all the alcohol is free in the event. No alcohol for sale. So it comes with every ticket except for general admission. So, we just say, come on, you ain't got to spend no money. Maybe you want to buy some tacos, so the tacos are going to be rocking. So, but got to have the taco, right? No doubt. Yes. Yeah. So we look forward to it. Come on down. July 1st. Come to the weigh-in and the press conference. Open to the public. It's free. We'll be at Velvet Underground at the Hard Rock. They're one of our longtime sponsors, and again, we're so happy to have them. They've done so much with us, and we just can't thank them enough. Go over there, buy some burgers and a couple of cocktails, and watch the weigh-in and press conference. It's going to be rocking. We're excited.
Absolutely. It's going down. June 30th is the weigh-in.
Right.
And July the 1st will be fight night starting at 7 o'clock.
7 o'clock. Doors open at 6. First bell at 7.
It's going down.
Going down underground, right here at Buckhead Fight Club.
Appreciate it.